Hello and welcome to IR Photo Tours. Today DJI have got a new toy out for us to play with. Let's find out after this. Hello everyone, my name is Ian, and for those that are new to my channel, I discuss and review just about anything relating to photography and equipment, and I also cover my favourite genre, landscape photography and travel. If you like my channel, could I ask you to please consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification? Thank you very much. DJI has announced the new DJI Pocket 2 and has brought a whole set of new features to the sequel of their very popular original. So what's new for this new sequel then? And who is it aimed at? Let's get into it. Fast Wake Pocket 2 wakes up faster so you can start shooting in seconds. So that is quite amazing for starters. Second biggest thing it has is a bigger sensor. A new 1.7 inch sensor lets you shoot in all types of lighting conditions, and a wider field of view means better selfies, of course. 8x zoom, so Pocket 2 has support for 8x zoom and 4x lossless zoom. So what is the 8x zoom? It sounds to me like the 8x zoom will be digital and therefore will degrade the image quality of the video. However, with its larger sensor, perhaps degradation will be minimal. So let's get on with sound quality. DJI, what has DJI got up its sleeve with the sound quality? It's got matrix stereo. Pocket 2 uses a 4-way array of microphones to capture beautiful surround sound audio. 4-array microphone DJI Pocket picks up, what a mouthful that is. DJI Pocket picks up beautiful stereo sound. Audio zoom. If you zoom in on a subject, Pocket 2 automatically increases pickup from the mic facing that direction. Soundtrack. Okay, another one, soundtrack. DJI Pocket 2 can adjust the direction of audio enhancements based on the direction the camera is facing. Well, that to me is amazing. Directional microphone switching puts you in control of what is being recorded. Maybe you're filming away from but want to provide a narration of what the camera is recording. No problem. Just choose the microphone facing you and you'll have perfect audio. And that sounds pretty damn good to me. 64 megapixel stills, 4K 60 frames a second video. The larger camera sensor of the Pocket 2 means more beautiful images, video as well, regardless of the time of day, and you can toggle between 64 megapixels and 16 megapixels stills. Active Track 3. So Active Track 3, what is Active Track 3? Well, DJI keeps refining subject tracking, and Active Tracking 3 can better detect people, adults, children, even pets, and its smart programming means it can anticipate emotion continuity, I can't say that properly, continuity, when your subject moves behind an object. So this sounds to me they have implemented their drone technology into this camera, which if they have, then the drone technology like I have, the Mavic 2 Air for example, that is incredible. So that system will work incredibly well. So it has joystick control. The multi-use mini control stick lets you tilt, pan and zoom all with one thumb control. albeit a very, very, very small controller. And I have very tiny hands. I have rather large hands. So we'll get into that in a minute though. Built-in wireless connectivity, no need to purchase a separate wireless module. Connect your smartphone or other wireless accessories like the wireless mic and access all of the features of the Pocket remotely. That sounds awesome. 8 times slow motion. Well, that sounds really good as well. So 8 times slow motion out that. Well, they're calling it 8 times slow motion. What is that? Is that 120 frames a second? Is it 240 frames a second? I've got to work that one out. 8 times. So I'm sure you can tell me down below. I can't work it out right now, but it's 8 times slow motion. That's really slow. So basically, is our beta version of, it was the beta version of the original Osmo Pocket, and that had 8 times slow motion. But DJI never rolled it out to the masses. It's back and fully available in the Pocket 2 at 1080p. So that is good. So it's 1080, so it's full HD. It has a hybrid autofocus too, which this feature lets you autofocus more quickly and accurately on a subject. It makes a world of difference when you're tracking and want clear footage between transitions. So how much is this wee little camera? There are 2 options here, and if it were me buying this, then I would personally go for the DJI Pocket 2 Creator Combo, and that's what they're calling it, the combo, which will put a decent dent in your wallet at £469 for that, or for the basic option, £339, and that is direct from online DJI shop. What do you get for that extra in the combo? Well, you get the following basically: a DJI USB splitter charging cable type A to type C, whereas the non-combo version has just a standard power cable. You can expect a wireless mic transmitter, which is a great option for people like myself, for example, when I'm out and about on locations, or even in the studio. I can get a much better sound quality rather than rely on the in-body mics, even though those in-body mics are pretty damn awesome. If you add on the supplied dead cat, then wind should not be a problem with a quality of sound that, as demonstrated here using the Rode Wireless Go in very high winds on one of my videos here.
And we are literally out in the open now, and it seems to be working quite well now. It is really, really, really windy, and you'll probably see that. My God, that was a big burst of wind there. I'm going to take off the windsock and see how that fares. So, I can imagine. Anyway, I've got the windsock back on, so I imagine that to be a little bit better. So I'm out of the wind now, and I can imagine that being a lot better. But, whoa! I think I'll go against the wind. So I think it's time to get out of here.
So there you go. As you could see and hear, you can use the Rode Wireless Go on this combo. If you have a Rode Wireless Go, then it is well worth using it. Sound quality to me is much better with the Rode Wireless Go on. Okay, moving on. You will get the wireless mic windscreen, as they call it. I call it a dead cat personally, but there you go. A DJI Do It All handle. So that is what it is. That's what it's called, a DJI Do It All handle, which actually, when added, I like it, as I have big hands, like I said before, and that's going on from the previous conversation there. I have big hands, and it feels like I have more control and room with the controller. This way I'm not accidentally hitting buttons I do not want to hit at that time. It also has the wide angle lens, which makes a difference when vlogging, of course. So you get a lot wider lens it's like a filter really. It's quite bizarre. So they call it a lens, or it's a piece of glass, I suppose. It is a lens, but it does give you a wider field of view. A micro tripod, which is fine if you want to just put this all in your pocket and then pull it out ready for action and plonk it down. You can use it for long exposures, time lapses, stuff like that. Not sure how stable this wee little tripod is, but we'll see soon if I get my hands on one. I'd like to get my hands on one because I think actually going through all these specs and what I'm saying, it looks to be quite a good camera. You can buy extras for the Pocket 2. For example, DJI sell the Osmo Pocket ND filters, which consists of a pack of 4 filters for £45, ranging from ND4 all the way through to ND32. A really good option if you want to keep your aperture at f1.8 in bright sunlight. And of course, f1.8 you'd have ISO 100, so all perfect scenarios for video. The conditions give a more pleasing cinematic look as well to your videos, meaning that the background is going to be more blurry. You're going to get a nicer look to your videos, which leads me on nicely to the field of view of 93 degrees compared to the Osmo Pocket at 80 degrees. The focal length on the Mark 1 was 26mm at f2 to what it is now 20mm at f1.8, and with that bigger near 2-inch sensor we have a promising camera combined with the gimbal. Some might say, why not use your mobile phone? And let's face it, I have in the past many times for vlogging, but you will have to buy extras such as the gimbal, and if you use an external mic you will need a different lead, for example, to adapt your mic to the phone itself so it works properly. And if it is windy, the gimbal for the phone will have a hard time trying to keep it from moving, because the phone is effectively a big sail.
Can you hold it like that? Yeah. That's the only other thing that we have a problem with, of course, is in winds, high winds, you can't really use the gimbal with the phone.
And of course, the other issue with using your phone as a main camera would be someone phones you mid-videoing, which would be a bit of a problem, I would have thought. I really like this camera. And I can see me buying it for my videos when going on trips. It will save me tons of weight in my kit bag. And let's face it, when you're hiking up mountains, as I do sometimes, the last thing you want is extra weight for another dedicated setup for just videos. This video here of me climbing a steep mountain and carried my Canon EOS R and 400mm lens on a tripod and my Canon M6 Mark II with a 16mm Sigma f1.4 for the video, plus tripod and filters for both cameras, you can see that I would rather get rid of all that weight if I can. Let me know your thoughts down below. Are you a vlogger, and would you be tempted to buy this new Pocket 2? I definitely feel that DJI have definitely made improvements over the original. Anyway, that is enough from me today, but before I leave, I just want to say we are off on a trip or two in the near future. In fact, in the next couple of weeks. So back to what I love best, and that is landscape photography. With my trusty EOS R and my incredibly sharp Canon 17mm tilt shift lens, and maybe, just maybe, I'll have a Pocket 2 to try out as well. Fingers crossed, eh? So, from me here at IR Photo Tours, it has been a lovely old job, and it is bye for now.